2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The view high above our broad. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. It's stolen by Morris. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. That's tipped. Beverley the pass to Morris. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Now here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And here's Holiday. Pass to Lopez. He kicks to Giannis. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Holiday against Beverley. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez kicks to Holiday. From outside, off the mark. It's tipped. George with the ball. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. One-on-one fast break. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
An all-star, a leader, Jrue Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference.
Both free throws good from Jrue Holiday. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's George. Dishes to Beverley. Back to George. A 3 ball. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Now here is Holiday. Offensive rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he converts the layup.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Here's Zubac. Knocked loose. Back to Beverley. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverley at the rim.
1:32 left here in the opening quarter. Holiday against Beverley. And here's Giannis from outside. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks trail by 3. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Morris finds Beverly. Now Leonard, covered by Giannis. George passes to Morris. It's good.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Holiday. To the middle. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot from 16. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo with the ball. George picks him up. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Connaughton. Pass to Portis. And the basket is good.
Bobby Portis plays hard, gives 100%, puts himself in a position to succeed.
Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And regarding the...
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
We've got Ibaka. Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The Bucks trail, and the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Connaughton kicks to T. Passes to Forbes. Kennard against Portis. Over Kennard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Bobby Portis doesn't mind a physical game. He takes it, and he dishes it out.
You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Portis following the score by Serge Ibaka. Tries again. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got the game tied up here for Milwaukee.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Jackson looking around. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Ibaka drawing the double team. Nice move. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You see the strength Ibaka's added over the years. That time converting through contact going to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
Now here's Teague, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Inside. And Forbes kicks to Teague. Here's Portis. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the paint, here's George. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Rebounded by Tucker.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Outside Portis. Back to Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. They get it back. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Beverly. Rejected by Teague.
And who would have thought it would be Teague to send that shot away? Great block.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. On the wing, Holiday. DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. Ibaka with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Beverly uses the glass to finish the layup. Beverly's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Middleton on the wing. Now the pass to Giannis. Now here's DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. From deep, Giannis misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Nobody near George. Gets an open look and hits. George has got 7.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here is Holiday. That one's off. Still out of sync. Jackson against Holiday. Jackson passes to Kennard. Lets it go from 11. Pass to Mann. For the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mann's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Holiday. Lopez outside. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And so it's Los Angeles. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center position.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go around.
Now here is Holiday. Clock at 6. The dish to Lopez. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. And now an 11-point Clipper lead.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now here is Holiday. Poked away. Pass to DiVincenzo. Kicks to Middleton. Now here's Giannis. Covered by Morris. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Here's Beverly. Back to George. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Bucks trail by 9.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Nobody near Leonard. Offensive rebound. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Offline with his 3.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
I thought for sure the defense was going to send that one back, but he somehow got that one up over the D and in.
And here's George. 7 points in the game. Lets it go with a 3. And the 3 ball is good. George has got 10 points in the game. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Now, here is George. Following the miss by Brook Lopez. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday. Bucks trail by 9. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Out to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. And he makes the first. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Clippers leading by 6. Here's George. And some very quick points for him on that possession. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Now here's Teague. Shot clock at 3. That shot no good. Good work defensively by Morris. It's deflected. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Bangs home the trifecta. Kennard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers. Launches it. Off target with that shot. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back to the action after this word. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Jackson, and it's Mann in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. No good from Connaughton. Clippers leading by 11. Inside. A shot by Batum, no good. The Bucks shooting a low 30% mark from the field. For 3. And it's Connaughton missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Kennard's shot is off.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
Look at the explosiveness from the little man. Teague just rises up and never stops.
The 3 from George. And the dunk by Zubac.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Teague dishes to Middleton. Back to Teague. Puts up a 3. Middleton can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 9. George looking around, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. And that one's good. George.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Middleton. Outside Teague. The pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Yep, it counts.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. Great D that time from Middleton. Bucks trail by 9. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, wow!
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
1:53 left in the 4th quarter. George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. from downtown. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Now here's Leonard. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And now here comes Teague leading the break. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
George with the ball. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, Milwaukee with the rebound.
This has reached desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo has evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Jeff Teague. Leonard against Middleton. With the floater, they get the rebound. Zubac the pass to Leonard. He dishes it to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 8-point game. High post Lopez. And here's Giannis from outside. It doesn't go for him. So the Clippers with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly... David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room. Hoping the starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, home in the paint. And for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Tipped away. Leonard the pass to Morris. 5 to shoot. And here's George for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Now here is George. From the arc. Powell pulls it in. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
And he banks in the layup.
Even when contact comes Beverly's way, I mean, he's a pro at finishing, absorbing it so well on these shots.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Leonard. Passes it to Beverly. Back to Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Lillard outside. This one for 3. Here's Nurkic. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from 3. Boy, how times have changed.
Now here's Lillard. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Covington dishes to Lillard. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years. A career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And it's the Trail Blazers with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. It's McCollum on the wing. No good there. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Morris passes to Zubac. And here's George for 3. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Lillard against George. Here's Nurkic. Back to Covington. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there. Staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Here we go, one-on-one. Back to Lillard. Lots of room. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Outside, George fires from deep, hands it from downtown.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Portland trailing here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Covington. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Here's McCollum. Finished off the break.
McCullough, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And a deep 3 from George. And that one released in time, but no good. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they've played here early on.
Well, looking at this quarter, they should be. Another quarter like this, and they'll be riding high at halftime.
Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Mann in at the 3. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Clippers with the ball. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard from outside drills the 3-pointer. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. And the basket by McCollum.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Covington. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Jackson looking around. And the dunk by Jackson.
If you do not appreciate the athleticism of Jackson, he can punish the D.
Portland leading by 4. Here's Simons. From deep. They get it back. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Left side, Batum. On the wing, Batum. Outside for Jackson. It's stolen by Jones. And now Portland on the break. Beyond the arc. And it's Simons missing. Clippers trail by 4. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
As good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots it.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Kennard for 3. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And this game is tied up now.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Kennard for three. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
The range of Kennard's shot just keeps getting better. He's a real threat at the arc.
Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Pass to Anthony. Over Jackson. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Anthony.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
To the inside, and Ibaka slams it in.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Outside, Jones. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Jones. To the middle. Cantor trying to free himself up. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Anthony.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Outside Jackson. Man. A rebound by Simons. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Outside Jackson. Kennard with the ball. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sport.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period was... And that's a...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
McCollum, no good. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. A 2-point game. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Can they get it? It's hauled in by Zubac.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game. Rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
He can't hit that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Right side, Covington. It's stolen by Morris. A three from Leonard. And it's rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers trail by 10. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. McCollum's got 9 points.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by Los Angeles.
McCollum against Jordan. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. There's 1:54 left in the third. Powell finds Lillard. Down low, it's stolen by Ibaka. Kennard for three. From deep, Crane's the three-pointer. Kennard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Jackson against Lillard. From deep three-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
To the middle, stolen by Jackson. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Back to Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ibaka, the pass to Batum. The shot from the low post is good. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Passes it to Anthony. They need this. Portland again missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Outside Batum, and so it's Los Angeles feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Los Angeles leading by 17. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum, then it's Ibaka, and it's Man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Kennard for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
But there isn't a spot on the floor where Kennard isn't comfortable with his jump shot. I mean, there are a lot of hot zones out there for him.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Hangs, and the rejection by Jackson. The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Jones, and Jones with the stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pass to Ibaka. The dish to Jackson. Back to Ibaka. Stolen by Cantor. Lobs it up for Anthony. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Out to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. And Jones sends it back. They get it back. Jackson from long range. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
Lillard against Beverly. Takes the 3. Lillard misses.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with this crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
Free throw good from Morris. And Morris drops them both. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 1:31 left in the 4th.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic awesome at slamming misses in.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kawhi Leonard.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
That's good from Beverly.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
Trailblazers trail by 20. 56 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's McCollum on the wing. Pass to Covington. There's the 3. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist from Covington.
This is who McCollum is, someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
And George kicks to Zubac. 34 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Beverly for three. No good on the shot. And it's Portland the other way. Now the pass to Lillard. Fires, high post. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Lillard against Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Welcome, everybody. Thanks. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Griffin. And it's Durant. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now, here's Leonard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Here's Beverley. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Ball's knocked loose. Inside, here's Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac the pass to George. Jordan with the rebound. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Lobbed up there for KD. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
George looking around. Fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him. To start off. Oh!
My goodness. That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Harden against George. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Beverley the pass to George. Morris outside. Passes it to Leonard. Now Zubac. Now here's Beverley. Outside for George. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Out to the right wing. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Irving against Jackson. Feeds it to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Irving against Jackson. Irving, good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Kennard. And there's a minute 45 left here in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And on the way from Irving for 3, here's Claxton. And there's the pass to Llewellyn. Outside Irving. The 3, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Count it.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Irving for 3, stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Left side Ibaka. Pass to Man. Back to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And how about about Ibaka getting off the floor for that dunk? What a great finish.
It's stolen. Batum attacking. Drops in the layup for two.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
35 seconds left to play here in the first. Irving finds Harris to stop the run. No good from Irving. The Clippers in the lead. Passes to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. Outside Jackson. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Gets a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Batum's got his second bucket.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And still a close game as the first quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
They've got Batum. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Man in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Irving passes to Claxton. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Beverly against Harden. Pass to George. Yep, that one goes.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden outside. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And stolen by Jordan. The pass to Dinwiddie. Harden outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Harden the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Durant. 6 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that, partner.
Outside Durant. For the 3. Morris with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around.
That's a great dunk.
freakish.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh, my
with confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Durant against Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Harden can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it. He's been a marksman this period. The shot mechanics finally in sync.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Green kicks to Irving. And it's good for 2.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Kennard against Harris. A 3 ball. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Irving passes to Luau. Jackson against Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 8.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
It's Jackson with the drive. Ibaka. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Ibaka's got the lead. Back up to 10 now for Los Angeles. And the first half is now in the books. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll about...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Here's Griffin. Misses in close.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And a deep 3 from George. Hits it from 3-point range. 12 points for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Durant finds Harden. Back to KD. Nice spin off the left rim and in. KD's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I'll tell you, he can make it look easy. That jump shot of Kevin Durant is automatic.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Beverly, the pass to Morris. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree.
Well, you want to try to stay between Kevin Durant and the basket because he will throw it down if he gets near the cup.
Here's George. That one, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Durant, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
George against Harris. Pass to Morris. Fires for 3. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Nets trail by 16. In the corner, it's Harris. All sorts of time. He gets that one.
Do not let Joe Harris get comfortable from that spot. You will be in for a long night.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Clippers leading by 14. And here's George. Here's Morris. The steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge. The Clippers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Boy, Patrick Beverly, what a pleasure this guy is to watch. The level of competitiveness, the commitment to the defensive end. Man, he can raise the team.
Now here's Leonard. Tight defense on him. From deep. Out to Morris. Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by the Clippers. Nets trail by 16. And here's Harris from the arc. Claxton the pass to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Green finds Irving. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Zubac. Over to the left wing. The tray. And it's Patrick Beverly with the 3. Beverly's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, Patrick Beverly has turned himself into a reliable three-point shooter. Nice delivery.
Harris outside. And again, it's the Nets missing. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 15-6 run. Leonard, the pass to Zubac from outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Morris kicks to Leonard. Here's George. It's stolen by Harris. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, Joe Harris staying engaged on the defensive end. Nice anticipation to get that steal.
Beverly against Irving. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Zubac's with it. Back to Leonard. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Irving surveying the floor. 2 on the clock. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
I love the edge with which Serge Ibaka plays defense.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harden's shot is good.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Harden against Jackson. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Harden against Jackson. Passes it to Dinwiddie. For 3, Durant. Shot clock reset for the Nets. That one doesn't go. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Man gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And they double up Jackson. Pass to man. Now Kennard.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
The 3-pointer no good.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities. I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
And the pass to Kennard. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And they go to the intentional foul. Nets trail by 12. And an intentional foul right there. So both teams changing it up here. That'll be a 5-second call.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
So for the Nets, Luwawu is checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And here's George for 3. The rebound by the Nets. The kick out to Irving. Back to Harden. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And even with good coverage defensively,
that time. He has confidence to drill the three.
George passes to Beverly. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind
Young fella.
late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
A shot by Harden, wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard looking over the floor. Fires from 18. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Clippers lead by 15. Harden with it. 23 seconds left in the game. Right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Beverly. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Downtown Milwaukee is seen, and the Clippers starting five. Warriors is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Now here's Leonard. There's the triple. And Lopez pulls it down. Pass to Middleton. From the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Love the unselfishness of Beverley. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Holiday looking over the floor. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. No good on the 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
It's his first trip to the line.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Now here is Holiday. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Beverley. Lob pass to George.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Holiday against Beverley. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And it's off from three-point range.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now. He and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
First trip to the line for him here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths, shooting in the low 60s last season.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player. 3 terrific kids, you're right. From deep, Giannis. Milwaukee getting another chance here. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. A second chance effort. And it's Giannis missing. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. And the Clippers miss again. The Bucks trail. Back to Holiday. From deep, Giannis. It's hauled in by Zubats.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
For Milwaukee, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Holiday finds Lopez. Middleton on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Antetokounmpo against Leonard. From about 16, here's Morris. And Middleton with the block.
Boy, the defensive hustle there by Middleton. Stretching out and getting his hand on that shot. Excellent effort.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And the Bucks with possession here. George passes to Morris. To the inside. Doesn't go for him. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up.
Oh my goodness!
That is breathtaking.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Jackson against Holiday. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Stolen by Middleton. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go. And recently on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Ibaka. Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the 3 spot. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Batum wide open. He fires. Off target from 3-point range. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside Teague to the paint. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Tucker does not shy away from contact, not afraid at all. He expects it, sees it coming, stays poised, and gets the and one chance there.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And that corner three, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And, Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game.
Oh, goodness! Where did that come from? Oh, that was beautiful.
What a punch.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Out to the right wing. Portis kicks to T. Pass to Forbes. Batum with the steal. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jeff Teague.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Bucks trail by 3. Teague with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Nice shot by Portis.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Jackson. Pass to Kennard. The 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Portis throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Stolen by Tucker. One-on-one fast break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. No good on the triple.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. They get it again. Lopez passes to Giannis. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Ooh, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
George finds Leonard. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's DiVincenzo. Morris with the rebound. LA has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. "17 seconds left in the first half. Outside Holiday, nailed from three-point land. And the Bucks lead by 3.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Poke loose, taken away by Holiday. For Milwaukee, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
At the line for your Bucks, Drew Holiday. At the line for 2,
First one falls for him.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
So it's the Clippers now. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from...
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Now here is Holiday. He's got 5. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Off target with his 3.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Outside Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. For 3, Middleton, just 5 on the clock. Just his first attempt. And the nice bucket inside from Lopez. Lopez has got his first points of the night.
Taking it strong. Nice finish by the big fella. Way to get after it, Lopez.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. George passes to Zubac. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Stolen by Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard trying to break free. Morris, no good. Bucks leading by 3. Now the Bucks moving it up.
And you can just see and feel Antetokounmpo elevating his playmaking skills. Really looking to get his teammates involved.
Here's George. Dishes it to Beverly. Back to George for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. And it's sent back by George.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflection.
Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Beverly. Bucks leading by 3. Outside Holiday. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And Beverly has tremendous speed, both in how he passes and shoots it. Tough to cover in the screen and roll.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Clippers trail by 4. Stolen away. And here they come. Here's Forbes. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Nice to see him playing at a high rate of speed there, getting up and down the floor quickly. Early offense for Forbes.
Kennard for 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. Back to Forbes. Shot clock at 6. Connaughton passes to Forbes. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. The pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Tucker.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
T kicks to Portis. Shoots the 3. Forbes can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Teague the pass to Tucker. And the Bucks miss again. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Milwaukee on top, up by 4. And time to stop. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the 3. Jackson misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Connaughton kicks to T. Pass to Forbes. It's Portis, high post. The shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Connaughton. Passes it to Teague. Back to Connaughton. Off target from outside. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Batum. Lays it up and banks it in. Batum's got the fourth quarter started here with buckets for Los Angeles. And it's the Bucks ball. Outside Teague. Pass to Portis. Tries it from 19. And the rejection by Jackson. To tie it up. Here's Mann. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Kennard, and he goes in for the dunk.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team. while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade, replenish your energy for the late game push. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Thank you, David. Holiday finds Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Here's Leonard, and he elevates with a slam dunk, and Brook Lopez did not like that.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Holiday up top, covered by Morris. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
Leonard looking around. And he's fouled pretty hard. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
The kick out to Lopez. Antetokounmpo against Morris. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Money!
When you have a reliable big man like Lopez who can get you buckets like that, it's really such an asset for a team.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. The three from George. Rebounded by the Bucks. Pass break, Milwaukee. Giannis with it. George picks him up. It drops.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Holiday against Beverly. Now the pass to George. Fires for three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And the Bucks with possession. Knocked loose. Paul George with the steal. Beyond the arc. That doesn't go either for George. And so the Bucks take the win. It was a thank you, David. Great.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Morris, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Up again, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
George finds Beverley. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Lillard way outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Nobody near Leonard. He drains the quick shot.
Now the offense sort of works itself out to a lot of mid-range shots, and Kawhi getting dangerous from that spot.
Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Leonard. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's George. Zubac, the second chance points on the tip-in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now, here's Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Shoots from 12. And he drops that one in.
Well, he's made himself into such a reliable scorer, hard not to call Leonard's number as often as possible.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Beverley. 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Portland again missing.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And it's George missing. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Lillard. Tips it up. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. From deep, George. That one misses. 3 shots, all come up empty.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Morris outside. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
1:27 left in the first. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Now here's McCollum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. It's George on the wing. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the man you want running into the pick and roll. It's Paul George at the helm. He's got the ball and makes a great play.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
And a deep three from Lillard. Batum grabs the miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Jackson with it. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
They've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. They're the group that Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Trailblazers trail by 6. Hollis-Jefferson passes to Anthony. Hollis-Jefferson kicks to Jones. Here's Simons. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Clippers leading by 6. Jackson finds Kennard. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Out to Ibaka. No one near him. The offensive rebound. Jackson lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Anthony's shot is off. Jackson down low, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Anthony. Baseline try, and he nails the jumper. Anthony's got his first bucket of the night.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
The tray. Man can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 8. Portland moving the ball around. Makes it off the glass.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
Jackson looking around. Kennard for 3. Portland grabs the miss. And there's the pass to Simons. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Kennard for 3. That one no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Anthony against Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Jackson misses. Trailblazers trail by 6. Cantor inside, defended by Ibaka. Kept alive, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Clippers shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. 1:09 left in the second quarter. Here's Leonard, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot, and one.
The Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 5 now.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Now here's Beverly. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. McCollum outside. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock.
Got to put a body on there. Just too big down low.
34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Beverly dishes to George. From 13, they get it back. Zubac finds Morris. And here's Leonard from 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard outside. For 3, Covington, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, the Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, how'd you feel? And that's...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. But they'll get another chance. McCollum kicks to Powell. Misses the 3. Clippers leading by 6. And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 7. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Any sharp guys in the NBA.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. And they're running.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Now here's Beverley. Wants to get it to Powell and does. They get a hand on it. Stolen by George. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Offensive rebound. Nurkic dishes to Powell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Kennard's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there 7.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Kennard kicks to Jackson. He dishes it to Ibaka. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Passes it to Jones. Dishes it to Kanter. Clock at 6. Ibaka with some nice D.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Jackson from long range.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a 3-point play.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to man. Back to Jackson. Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got his third basket of the night.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Here's Simons. Outside, Jones. Here's Simons. Kennard covering. And it's Simons missing. Down low. Here's Jackson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Cantor, the pass to Simons. Over Jackson. Portland, no good that time either.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
A putback, and he drains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Jones. Norman Powell is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Here's Kanter. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Simons. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Simons has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Trailblazers. Jackson finds Kennard. Ibaka right side. Powell with the steal. There's Hollis-Jefferson. It's deflected. That's tipped. And now Portland on the break. Lobs it up for Kanter. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Hollis-Jefferson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris with the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. Nobody near George. Good on the triple. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Leonard against Covington. The 3 from McCollum. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And the rejection by Zubac. To the middle. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. McCollum outside. Out to the wing. Here's Nurkic. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers leading by 10. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Inside, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Love how Leonard slices passes through the defense. He guts the defense pretty quick on that pick and roll.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's McCollum. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Nurkic against Zubac. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Morris. Over Anthony. Morris, no good.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade. And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Outside Leonard. 1:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Does not get it. Third miss. He's made 4 from the field. Morris dishes to Leonard. Back to Morris, and stolen by Lillard.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
His 3-pointers off the mark. Beverly for 3. No good. Shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Lillard.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
And George kicks to Leonard. From downtown. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Beverly against Lillard. Now Beverly. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the two-guard spot. Hey, Steve, two defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Second shot opportunity. And Jordan with the layup.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the board, paying dividends.
George against Dinwiddie. Outside Leonard. Passes to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Here's George, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Morris finds Beverly. Here's Zubac. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
With the tip, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. To the inside, and then Durant with the dunk.
Beautifully orchestrated play. You put Durant at the finishing end of anything, it's probably a good idea.
Outside Leonard. Outside George. No good on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harden. Outside for Griffin. KD on the wing. And KD throws it down.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden against Beverly. Here's George. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Harden the pass to Durant. There's the 3. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
George against Dinwiddie. For the 3. And it's George again missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Clippers trail by 9.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
But they get it back. Harris outside. Here's Irving, and he could not get that one. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Irving. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Batum. Inside. Pass to man. Jackson kicks to Batum. To the paint. Here's man. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Outside Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's vintage Kyrie. He has the blow-by speed to get past defenders off the dribble.
And stolen by Irving. Good if it goes. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ibaka. And it's man in at the small forward spot. Irving passes to Green. Back to Irving. Launches it. That doesn't go in either for Irving. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Jackson against Irving. Down low. Claxton the pass to Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. To the right side. Swiped it away. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Count the basket.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Jackson against Irving. Ibaka outside. Pass to Kennard. Back to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Jackson passes to Ibaka and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
A crafty lefty with tons of range. You can't take your eyes off Luke Kennard defensively.
Outside Irving. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Green. Kevin Durant's checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie's subbed in for Brown. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Irving, and so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harden's checked in. George passes to Zubac. Right wing. Here's Beverly outside for George. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Nets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Shooting for Brooklyn, James Harden. He's off on the first.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. Dinwiddie against George. To the inside, and stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And then Durant with the jam.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
Beverly against Harden. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Stolen by Harden. The finish. And Harden with the stuff.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. Inside, Leonard. An easy 2 points on the layup. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Harden outside. The pass to Jordan. Misses the layup.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
It's his first trip to the line. The free throw drops for Zubac. And he makes both free throws. Brooklyn leading by 7. Now Harden, 5 points in the game. Got it up.
An all defensive first teamer.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Brooklyn did not hesitate to set the pace. Tenacious on both ends of the floor, they took command early with a 13. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
We've got Jordan. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The Nets with the lead.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Lays it up off the glass. George has got his second bucket of the night.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Harden surveying the D. Out left to the wing. Here's Dinwiddie. Gets the bucket and the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And PG, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's Durant on the wing. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
6 on the shot clock. And Katie, here we go. Can't cash in from close range. George with the ball. Defended by Dinwiddie. And it's Leonard missing.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And he commits the intentional foul. There's Dinwiddie. Harden outside. Durant down low. Leonard's there.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Free throw good, Paul George.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. Harden outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Harden. 5 to shoot. That one falls. Harden's got 7.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Leonard inside. Guarded by KD. Leonard no luck. There's the lob to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
I love seeing Harden stroke it from there. One of the most lethal shooters we have in the game.
Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Dinwiddie outside. And he banks in the layup. He's got 5.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Harden against Jackson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. On the wing, Jackson. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Trying to get open is Ibaka. A shot by Batum, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Nets leading by 5. Outside Irving. 1:12 left in the third. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Batum. Sweet move. And it's good on the layup. Batum's got his second bucket.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Jackson. Count that one. Irving's got 9.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Kennard against Brown. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Here's Brown. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
Clippers trail by 7. And here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Fires from deep. He's off on that one. The Nets have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Irving against Kennard. Irving attacking. The shot misses. Great D that time from Batum. Up in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Jackson. Ibaka is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward. 6 to shoot. Irving with a clean look. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Nets lead by 10.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
To the middle. It's stolen by Brown. Now here's Green. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And a new group of... Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Shot clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Beverly dishes to Morris. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Harden the pass to Dinwiddie. Jordan trying to free himself up. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 12.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
The shot by George, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Harden with it. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers trail by 10. Goes up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Harden outside. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. Durant against Beverly. And Katie, here we go. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for James Harden.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Here's Irving. Pocket 6. Morris with the rebound.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5.
The NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Dinwiddie passes to Irving. And again, unable to change momentum here.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Kevin Durant, and George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Irving looking for an opening. It's off.
One of the best defenders in the NBA, Paul George, displays strong timing and discipline.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.